Hello everyone. So in this report, our team has chosen to focus on Apple Incorporation, specifically looking at their flagship product lineup, the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max. We are analyzing how this premium hardware fits into the technology market of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. To give you some background, Apple is currently a massive multi-trillion dollar global business valued at around $3.25 trillion. A major reason for Apple's success is its unique internal setup. And unlike traditional companies that use separate divisions for each product, Apple is organized by areas of expertise such as hardware engineering and software development. This allows technical experts to make the key decisions, keeping the company focused on high-quality innovation. And now, looking at their operation, Apple relies on a highly complex global manufacturing network to protect its production lines from regional delays and disruptions. Apple is currently moving some of its main assembly work away from East Asia to developing countries like India and also Vietnam to build a safer supply network. We also can see strength of Apple's brand that relies on numbers shown on the slide 1. So Apple's total revenue grew steadily, reaching over $416 billion in fiscal year of 2025. This growth alone was heavily driven by steady iPhone sales and a massive rise in their services division, like iCloud and Apple Music, which brought over $109 billion. Even though the global smartphone shipments only grew by a small amount, Apple took the number 1 spot in global market share in 2025 at 19.7%. So Apple took the number by beating the Samsung, and this is highly impressive because competitors only rely on cheap, low-cost phones to get high sales volume, while Apple only sells expensive premium devices. Now, you might wonder, why did we choose Saudi Arabia as our target expansion market? The main reason is that the entire economy of Saudi Arabia is currently undergoing a massive digital transformation driven by a government plan called Saudi Vision 2030. So this plan aims to move the country away from its historical dependence on oil while building a modern and tech-driven digital economy. Backed by the heavy state funding, Saudi Arabia has quickly grown into the largest technology market in the Middle East region, valued at nearly $48 billion. From a business perspective, Saudi Arabia is a highly lucrative and safe market for Apple's premium strategy. The country has a top-tier digital infrastructure featuring a 99% internet penetration rate and widespread 5G coverage. So the local households enjoy strong levels of disposable income, meaning consumers have both the financial means and the strong desire to buy high-end electronic devices as social status symbols. Additionally, Saudi Arabia is rapidly becoming a cashless society where electronic payments now are highly preferred. This highly connected, wealthy and tech-loving population makes Saudi Arabia a perfect strategic match for Apple's premium and hardware and digital service ecosystem such as Apple Pay. By offering a fast, safe and prestigious experience, the iPhone 16 Pro perfectly matched the buying power and needs of this active market.
First, I will discuss Apple current business performance. Apple is one of the world's leading technology companies and continue to maintain a strong position in the premium smartphone market. This success is supported by continuous innovation, strong brand loyalty and effective ecosystem integration. Looking at financial performance, Apple revenue increased from $383.3 billion in 2023 to $416.2 billion in 2025. Net profit also increased from $97 billion to $108.5 billion during the same period. Although Apple experienced slower growth in 2023 due to inflation and declining global smartphone demand, the company recovered successfully through premium product sale and expansion of its service segment. This demonstrates that Apple premium pricing strategy remains highly effective in generating strong financial performance. I will discuss about Apple international sales performance and growth in the Middle East market. In 2025, the America contributed the highest revenue, followed by Europe. Meanwhile, Asia Pacific and the Middle East generated 27.2 billion USD in revenue. Although this figure is smaller compared to other regions, the Middle East is considered a high potential market for future expansion. The country Saudi Arabia in particular provides significant opportunities due to Saudi Vision 2030, which is this can focus on digital transformation and smart city development. In addition, high internet growing purchasing power and increased adoption of digital technology can create a favorable environment for Apple to expand both product and services. Next, one of Apple's strongest competitive advantage is ecosystem strategy. Apple products such as iPhone, iPad, MacBook, Apple Watch, and services like iCloud and AirDrop are designed to work seamlessly together. This integration allows users to transfer files easily, synchronize data across devices, and enjoy ecosystem user experience. As a result, customers become more loyal to Apple brand and are less likely to switch to competitors. This strategy has also contributed to recurring revenue through subscription based on service, with Apple service segment to generate more than 109 billion USD in revenue in 2035. Therefore, Apple ecosystem play an important role in maintaining long-term customer loyalty and profitability. Now, let's look the competition within the Saudi Arabia market and current digital lifestyle trend. In Saudi Arabia, Samsung and Apple dominate the premium smartphone segment, while Huawei and Xiaomi compete mainly in the budget and mid-range market. Saudi Arabia consumers generally have a strong purchasing power and prefer premium brands that offer more quality, innovation, and social status. At the same time, digital lifestyle trends continue to grow rapidly, so customers increasingly rely on smartphone and for social media, streaming service, online work, and cloud computing. This trend benefit Apple because its ecosystem is designed to support various aspects of modern digital lifestyle, and this also can create a greater demand for Apple products and services. Another important trend in this smartphone industry is artificial intelligence, or AI. Apple has introduced Apple Intelligence, which focus on privacy protection and on-device AI processing to improve user security. Samsung has developed Galaxy AI, which is enhances productivity and provide a smart assistant feature. Meanwhile, Huawei emphasizes AI-powered photography and advanced image processing technology. The growing of AI can improve user experience, increase productivity, and strengthen privacy protection. As a result, AI has become one of the important factors shaping future competition in the smartphone industry. Finally, I will summarize Apple's SWOT analysis. Apple's main strengths include its strong global brand image, innovation capability, and loyal customer base. However, the company also faces a weakness such as high product pricing, limited customization compared to Android device, and heavy dependence on premium market segment. In terms of opportunity, Saudi Vision 2023, a young technology-savvy population and increasing purchasing power can provide a strong growth position for Apple in Saudi Arabia. At the same time, Apple can face threat from strong Android competitors and can due to economic uncertainty and international trade restriction.
Next, I'm Hafiz Hakim. I will present section 4.0, which is the analysis of the potential market and business environment in Saudi Arabia. In this section, we use the PESTEL framework together with competition and risk analysis to evaluate whether Saudi Arabia is suitable for Apple's market expansion. First, for political factors. Saudi Arabia has a high level of political stability, which creates a safe and predictable environment for international companies like Apple. The government is actively supporting the technology sector through the Vision 2030 initiative, which focus on digital transformation, smart cities, and innovation. They also provide incentives such as tax benefits and easier business registration, making it easier for foreign companies to enter the market. So for Apple, this means lower risk and better long-term planning opportunities. Next, economic factors. Saudi Arabia economy is growing steadily with GDP growth around 3.3% and the country has many middle and high income consumers. This is important because Apple focuses on premium products, so high purchasing power supports its strategy. In addition, the digital economy is expanding rapidly, including e-commerce and mobile payments, which allows Apple to generate recurring income through services like iCloud and Apple Pay. Overall, the economic environment is very favorable for Apple's premium positioning. Now, moving to social factors. Saudi Arabia has a young and tech-savvy population with a high level of smartphone usage and social media engagement. Consumers also prefer luxury and high-status products, which aligns perfectly with Apple's premium brand image. This means Apple can attract young professionals and affluent users who value innovation, lifestyle, and brand prestige. For technological factors, Saudi Arabia has advanced infrastructure including around 99% internet penetration and widespread 5G coverage. There are also smart city projects and strong growth in e-commerce and digital payments. This environment supports Apple ecosystem strategy, where devices, software and services are fully integrated. So, technology readiness in Saudi Arabia makes it easier for Apple to operate and deliver a seamless user experience. Next, legal factor. Saudi Arabia has clear import regulations with about 5% tariff on electronics and strong consumer protection law. There is also the Personal Data Protection Law, which requires companies to protect user data. Although this means Apple must comply with strict regulations, it actually strengthens consumer trust, especially for premium products. For environmental factors, Saudi Arabia is promoting sustainability and renewable energy as part of Vision 2030. This creates an opportunity for Apple to highlight its eco-friendly practices such as carbon reduction and recyclable materials. So, environmental awareness can improve Apple's brand image in the market. Now for competition, the Saudi market is highly competitive with major players like Samsung, Huawei and Xiaomi. Samsung dominates the premium and mid-range segments while Huawei and Xiaomi compete through lower pricing. However, Apple differentiates itself through its strong ecosystem, brand reputation, security and customer loyalty. This allows Apple to maintain a strong position in the premium segment. For trade agreements, Saudi Arabia is part of the Gulf Cooperation Council, which helps reduce trade barriers and support international business. The country also encourages foreign investment in the technology sector. However, Apple still needs to comply with regulation related to cybersecurity, data protection and digital services. Lastly, risk assessment. There are several key challenges for Apple entering Saudi Arabia. First, strong competition from other brands. Second, cultural differences which require Apple to adapt its marketing strategies. Third, economic uncertainty which may affect consumer spending. And finally, cybersecurity and data privacy issues. To overcome these risks, Apple should focus on localized marketing, strong ecosystem advantage, and compliance with regulations. This will help reduce risk and ensure long-term success. In conclusion, the pastel and competition analysis shows that Saudi Arabia is a highly attractive market for Apple with strong opportunities supported by political stability, economic growth, and advanced technology infrastructure.
Next, I will explain Apple's market segmentation strategy for the Saudi Arabian market. To successfully market the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max, Apple focuses on 4 main segmentation categories: demographic, geographic, psychographic, and behavioral segmentation. For demographic segmentation, Apple targets consumers aged between 18 and 40 years old, including university students, young professionals, entrepreneurs, and executives. These consumers generally have high purchasing power and actively use technology in their daily lives. For geographic segmentation, Apple concentrates on major cities such as Riyadh, Jeddah, and Dammam. These cities have strong digital infrastructure, high internet penetration, and a large number of affluent consumers. In terms of psychographic segmentation, Apple targets individuals who enjoy a luxury lifestyle, value innovation, and are interested in the latest technology. Many consumers also view premium electronic devices as a symbol of success and social status. Lastly, behavioral segmentation focuses on brand loyal customers, existing Apple ecosystem users, and consumers who frequently upgrade to premium devices. Overall, Apple's target market consists of young, affluent, and tech-savvy consumers who value innovation, quality, and premium experiences. Based on these market segments, Apple developed two customer personas that represent its target customers in Saudi Arabia. The first persona is Ahmed, a 27-year-old marketing executive from Riyadh. Ahmed has a high income and works in a fast-paced professional environment. He uses several Apple products, including an iPhone, Apple Watch, and MacBook. For him, Apple's ecosystem provides convenient productivity and strong security features that support both his work and personal life. The second persona is Sarah, a 21-year-old university student and a content creator from Jeddah. She actively uses social media platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for both studying and content creating. Although Sarah has a lower income compared to Ahmed, she views Apple products as a long-term investment because of their high-quality camera, premium design, and user-friendly experience. These two personas show that Apple's customers are looking for premium technology, convenience, and a prestigious brand image. Moving on to the positioning strategy, Apple positions itself as a premium technology brand in the Saudi Arabian market. Unlike competitors such as Samsung, Huawei, and Xiaomi, which often compete through pricing or product variety, Apple differentiates itself through innovation, high performance, privacy, security, and seamless ecosystem integration. Apple also emphasizes the connection between its products, such as the iPhone, Apple Watch, MacBook, AirPods, and iPad, which work together to provide a smooth and efficient user experience. In addition, Apple's strong focus on privacy and data security gives consumers greater confidence when using its products and services. As a result, Apple is not only seen as a smartphone brand, but also as a symbol of a modern, premium, and exclusive lifestyle. Therefore, Apple's positioning statement is to provide Saudi consumers with a premium digital ecosystem that combines innovation, performance, privacy, and seamless connectivity to support a modern and exclusive lifestyle.
To conclude, this report has examined the potential of Saudi Arabia as a target market for Apple's expansion strategy, particularly for the iPhone 60 Pro and iPhone 60 Pro Max. Based on our analysis, Saudi Arabia offers a highly favorable business environment for Apple. The country continues to experience stable economic growth and has a large population with strong purchasing power. In addition, government initiatives under Vision 2030 are actively promoting digital transformation, innovation, and technological development. These efforts have contributed to the rapid growth of internet usage, 5G connectivity, e-commerce activities, and digital payment systems throughout the country. From a market perspective, Saudi Arabia has a young and technology-savvy population that is highly engaged with digital platforms and modern lifestyles. Consumers in this market tend to value premium products, innovations, quality, and brand prestige, which are all characteristics strongly associated with Apple. This makes Saudi Arabia a suitable market for Apple's premium product offerings and ecosystem-based strategy. However, several challenges must also be considered. Apple faces strong competition from major smartphones such as Samsung, Huawei, and Xiaomi. Furthermore, the premium pricing of Apple products may limit accessibility for some consumer segments. The company must also ensure that its marketing activities and communication strategies are aligned with local cultural values and consumer preference. Despite these challenges,
The report suggests that Apple can successfully overcome them through effective market entry strategies. These include building strategic partnerships with local distributors and telecommunications companies, expanding its digital services ecosystem, offering flexible financing options, and implementing localized marketing campaigns that resonate with Saudi consumers. Moreover, Apple possesses several competitive advantages that strengthen its position in the market. These include its strong global brand reputation, high customer loyalty, integrated ecosystem of products and services, advanced security features, and continuous commitment to innovation. Therefore, after evaluating the political, economic, social, technological, legal, environmental, and competitive factors, we conclude that the opportunities available in Saudi Arabia significantly outweigh the potential risks. As a result, our final recommendation is go, meaning Apple should proceed with its market expansion strategy in Saudi Arabia and capitalize on the strong growth potential offered by this market. Thank you for your attention.